Welcome to my Stephen King series of reviews, and this is not going to be a very long series. I'm only reviewing a select few of his films before it comes out next month. And I'm starting with the main two that I want to talk about today. Well, today we're going to talk about this one and then the other one. The main two I want to get to first. First up, we have Stephen King's The Stand. The Stand is a miniseries that came out in 1994 on NBC, and it has a very big cast of people. You have Gary Sinise, Ringwald, Jamey Sheridan, Lowe, San Giacomo, Miguel Ferrer, Ruby D, Bill Fagerbakke, Corin Nemec, Storke, Ray Walston, Matt Frewer, Ossie Davis, and Shani Smith. And this is 4 parts long, and it was on ABC from May the 8th, from May 12th of 1994. So let's go. The basic story of The Stand is on June 17th at the top secret government laboratory in California, a weaponized version of influenza, which is called the Project Blue, is accidentally released, and a guard escapes the lab and begins traveling across country to his family home in East Texas. But it spreads the virus along the way, and he dies and the wife dies. And the next day, the U.S. military arrives to quarantine the town, and the other townspeople are taken, along with the one character named Stu Redmond, who is our main character, to a CDC facility in Vermont, and they sicken and die. But Stu remains healthy, and then we meet other people's and leaves a lot of immune survivors scattered around the world. And by the month of August, Larry Underwood, who has just had a big break with his song, Nick Andros, a deaf minute man in Arkansas, Francis Goldsmith, Howard Lawyer, Lloyd Henry, and the Trash Can Man, and a lot. And they survive, and they start having visions either from Mother Abigail, who is 106 years old and still makes her own bread, or from the evil villain Randall Flagg. And the cell survivors are instructed either to go to Nebraska or Las Vegas. And we all meet a whole lot of other characters, including Glenn Bateman, Nadine Cross, all of them. So yes. So let's talk about this. The Stand, this is not going to be a long review because I want to talk about it, but The Stand is an amazing movie, miniseries. The only thing I have an issue with is that I feel like there's a little bit too much thrown at you, but it's a Stephen King miniseries, so it's 4 parts, so thankfully it fills everything up. So yeah. First of all, let me just say that all of the acting in this movie is great. All of the acting is amazing from everyone. Gary Sinise, Ringwald does a great job as Franny. Gary Sinise does a good job. Stu, San Giacomo, gorgeous woman, she does a good job here as Nadine Cross. You understand each character's situation. Now, Jamey Sheridan, let's talk about Randall Flagg. Now, Miguel Ferrer, who plays Lloyd, he was originally interested in the part of Randall Flagg, but the sites for that part were set on actors such as Christopher Walken, Jeff Goldblum, William Dafoe, and even James Woods. But Stephen King wanted someone the audience wasn't familiar with, so after that, Jamey Sheridan was offered to take the part, but he wasn't sure it's something he wanted to do. But Miguel Ferrer, may he rest in peace, he convinced him to take the part. So that's pretty awesome. And you also get uncredited cameos by Ed Harris and Kathy Bates. So that's pretty cool. I liked them. Rob Lowe was originally considered for the part of Larry, but the director, Mick Garris, felt that putting him in a more unusual role of Nick Andros would better suit the production. And Adam Storke ended up with the role Underwood, where his musical skills were an asset. And everyone does a good job here. And Moses Gunn was cast as Judge Ferris, but he died shortly before filming started. So Ossie Davis, who also may rest in peace, as well as Ruby Dee, they both are in peace together. But Ossie Davis and Ruby Dee, they do a good job as the judge, and Ruby Dee does a great job as Mother Abigail. Her performance alone is one of the reasons to watch the movie. And you also get cameos by Stephen King himself. And not to mention, there's a cameo by Sam Raimi. Yes, the director of the original Spider-Man trilogy has a cameo in here. And it is great. And just a lot of talented actors in here. And Bill Fagerbakke, yes, this is Patrick Star is in this movie. This is Patrick Star before he actually did the voice of Patrick Star in SpongeBob. He plays Tom Conley. He is basically, to describe Tom Conley, he's a mentally challenged man who spells everything M-O-O-N. And Shawnee Smith, it was funny seeing Amanda Young from Saw in here. But the acting here is great. I have to say the production looks really good. The movie has a $28 million budget. And yes, the runtime is 366 minutes long. But if you want my advice, watch. There are 4 parts. The first part is the plague, which is the setup. Part 2 is the dreams, which is also the setup, but get going. The third is the betrayal, and my favorite part of this miniseries is the 4th part. Well, the dreams and the stand are my favorites. The plague is also a favorite, but the betrayal is my least favorite because of the betrayal. But it's in the book, so I never read the book, but as a fan of Stephen King, I enjoyed it. And watch them. My advice is to watch each scene in parts, because it's the best way to enjoy it. The music in here is fantastically well. The production design there's a lot of production design. There's 225 sets on this movie, and I love the production design, the cinematography, the way this miniseries looks is outstanding. It's pretty fun and fantastic. You also have a lot of great music in here, songs. The score is good, and you also get songs by Don't Feel the Reaper. But I love that the story, The Stand is clever. It keeps you wondering what could happen next. All of the casting is fantastic, and just Everyone does a great job. And when you get to the big payoff at the end, it is awesome. And I don't know what else to say. Again, some of the complaints I have, yes, I feel like the miniseries is a little too long. But if it's a miniseries and you do more with a miniseries than with a 2-hour film, because if this was a 2-hour film, you wouldn't be able to have all this stuff that you see. And that's why I love The Stand, because it's a miniseries that does everything in a miniseries, and it treated this book justice. It did the story justice. So for that alone, The Stand, you gotta get my highest recommendation on this, guys. I'm gonna give this my Joshua Drake Rainbow Seal of Approval. Watch it. If you ain't never seen this, even if you are not a Stephen King fan, do yourself a favor and watch this, because this is fun. This is great. Let me know what y'all think about The Stand down below. Do you like it? Do you love it? Or do you hate it? Or do you think it was okay? And I will see you guys in my review. I will see you guys soon for the review of it. And if you like this, you can come here and we can all have a good time.